Despite being a 7-year-old game, the worst team in Madden 18 is still one of the worst teams in the NFL currently, being the New York Jets at a 73 overall. And for context, the next worst is the 78 overall San Francisco 49ers, meaning the Jets are the worst team by 5 overall. So today, we are gonna try to save this Jets team that has still somehow not had a season above 7 wins since this point. And we are not only gonna try to make this team good, we are gonna try to make this the best roster in the league by the end of this. So this is gonna be a big challenge. We'll have to see if it's even possible. And the reason we are doing this is because we did hit the light goal of 2,500 on the Madden 20 throwback I did. And the most commented game was Madden 18. So let's see if we can get to 3,000 likes again on this video. It'll let me know y'all want to see another Madden throwback rebuild. I've already done 20 and 21, so let me know down in the comments which Madden game you want to see next. Not too old a one, because I genuinely won't know how to play those, but let me know one around this time. And also be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Trying to hit 70K really soon. We're really close. And if you like Madden rebuilds or goofy challenges, that's literally all I do on the channel. And then very last thing, I'll say shout out to Charlie for being the first to suggest this. It was over 4 months ago, but still, I appreciate it. But without further ado, I mean, I guess I should talk about this roster. It's a really weird one, honestly. Just in the fact that, like, I don't think about any of these players on this team being Jets players. I mean, maybe Leonard Williams, but I honestly think about him being more on the Giants for some reason. Maybe that's just me. We have Matt Forte, 31-year-old Matt Forte, obviously with the Bears for most of his career. We're gonna have to replace him, but he was still pretty good at this point. We have Sheldon Richardson, Muhammad Wilkerson, two guys that kind of retired early. And I guess last but maybe most interesting is we have rookie Jamal Adams. You know, Jets fans don't love him, and he doesn't love the Jets. I think he said they literally made him depressed, which, you know, they never went above 7 wins in his time there, so I don't know that I can blame him. Oh yeah, and our quarterback is 38-year-old Josh McCown. We're gonna need a quarterback. Now, I actually think he was pretty decent one year for the Jets. I don't remember what year, maybe 2015, but he was in the league before I was alive. That's insane. Yeah, I guess 2015. And 2013, he had some good stats, but we're gonna need a QB. I don't think I'm gonna roll with Bryce Petty or Christian Hackenberg. But all right, I think that's everything we need to do. We're gonna have to just see how this team does in simulation. I might move some players around on the D-line, because I do remember they made Sheldon Richardson an edge rusher. Why? So I think I'll move some players around, but let's just get straight to the end of this first year and we will see how bad we do. Oh yeah, by the way, this is the game where I think this is the last game with slow development. I am promising you right now, I'm gonna draft a lot of slow development players. I just have an eye for slow development players for some reason. So fair warning, it's gonna happen, but I am so glad that doesn't exist anymore. I'm sure most of y'all don't know about that, but it wasn't fun. Ooh, also, I know I said I was gonna get to the end of the year, but the Saints cut rookie Marcus Williams, which by the way, he was only 20 years old at this point. Only normal dev. I'm not gonna sign him because that's not realistic, but someone's gonna. Rookie Eddie Jackson, rookie Xavier Woods, rookie Rayshawn Jenkins, they all got cut. Okay, looks like the CPU logic was no better in this game either. Wait a minute. Okay, we don't need Darrelle Revis, but that might be kind of fun. I don't really have anyone I want to develop at corner anyways. Quandre Diggs. I think this was the year he got signed by the Chiefs, which kind of feels like one of those Jerry Rice on the Seahawks or Ed Reed on the Texans type things, but we'll bring him back here just for a good final year. Oh yeah, also, this is the game where you can just straight up cheese contracts by just upping it by a year, and they'll pretty much automatically accept. I think I'm just gonna do that because we need a little extra advantage. Not that it's really cheesing it, because it's still, these are really cheap contracts, but it's still giving them about what they would, I mean, it's the same deal they would want, just for an extra year. But okay, finally at the end of year 1, we do not make the playoffs, it looks like, which is unsurprising, but also a little surprising at the same time, because we were 4-3-1 at one point, and we finished 5-10-1. We went 1-7 in the last last, what, 8 games? I know how to do math, definitely. That might be one of the biggest collapses I've ever had in Madden. But it's fair. We should have been bad. We should have maybe even been worse. Josh McCown was horrible. Matt Forte, I mean, he hit 1,000 yards, but only 3.9 per carry. Got a good amount of touchdowns. Same with Bilal Powell. Ooh, what is the order here? Oh, it's receptions. Well, our Darius Stewart finished with 1,100 yards. Oh yeah, the slot is absolutely broken in this game. He averaged 17 yards per reception. Okay, we'll probably put Quincy Enunwa there, which big shout out, one of the most like, I can't really say most underrated because he wasn't like insane or anything, but he was really good, just had to retire early because I think he got a neck injury or something, but he was pretty good. And then Robbie Anderson, 600 yards, aka Robbie Chosen, aka Chosen Anderson, aka Robbie Chosen, but spelled a different way, like Robbie, aka Robbie Anderson spelled a different way, Robbie. Dude needs to pick a name. I think he settled on Robbie or Chosen Anderson or something. I don't know. What am I looking at? Hold on. Does this happen for every team? Oh, kinda. Okay. What are these numbers? Aaron Rodgers got sacked 14 total times. Kelvin Beachum allowed 28 sacks on his own, and our interior allowed 0. Brandon Shell allowed 12. What am I looking at? Okay, already, the more I play this game, the more grateful I am for the newer Madden games. Not that they're good, they're horrible, but what is this simulation? How's the defense looking? Demario Davis, 148 tackles. We had 5 players get over 100 tackles, which sounds like maybe a good thing. That is not. That means our defense was out on the field for way too long. But sacks, 9.5 for Muhammad Wilkerson, 5 for Sheldon Richardson, only 4 for Leonard Williams. I kept him at edge, by the way, I kept Sheldon Richardson at edge, because, I mean, I wasn't about to start Lorenzo Malden and, who do they have? Jordan Jenkins. I mean, he was fine at one point. Maybe I should have started him, but I don't think that's gonna matter. But Darrelle Revis, in his final year, probably 5 interceptions. Maybe we should bring him back. He was insanely good. Oh, this is the game that had catches allowed. Bless up. I don't know why they got rid of that. Does it have yards allowed? No, that's kind of weird. But anyways, Demario Davis also had 3 picks, 2 for Adams, Burris, and Lee, which, by the way, Darren Lee will try to save his career. And then 1 pick from Morris Claiborne. This team just they love busts, I guess. But MVP goes to Drew Brees. I'm going to look at his numbers in a second because Aaron Rodgers put up some, like, damn near 2013 Peyton Manning level numbers. We need to see what Drew Brees did. Also, Marcus Mariota up here. Deshaun Watson as a rookie, I think. Also, beardless Dak Prescott is terrifying. I don't know why. That's cursed. But let's see. Tom Brady wins Offensive Player of the Year. We're going to have to deal with him being the Jets. Blake Bortles up there. Defensive Player of the Year for the AFC goes to J.J. Watt. I almost said T.J. Watt. No Jets. Offensive Rookie of the Year does go to Deshaun Cosby. Deshaun Kaiser at number 2. Are Darius Stewart all the way down at 5? He had 1,100 yards. What do you mean? Okay, we need to see whatever. I realized I don't care. Jamal Adams wins Defensive Rookie of the Year, though. That's huge. I don't think he can go up in dev trait anymore. He already has Superstar, but, I mean, that's still cool. So, hey, we'll take it. I do want to see what Drew Brees did, though. 5,500 yards, 48 touchdowns, 11 picks. Nice completion percentage. Only sacked 12 times. Oh, yeah, I think this is also the Madden where you could win some, like, Best Offensive Line Award, and it would give your entire offensive line like an insane amount of XP. So we'll have to hope we can win that, but we definitely didn't get it this year. It's probably the Saints. But all right, let's get into this first off season, and we'll see if we want to do anything in free agency, but honestly, we might just build this team through the draft to start with. Also, the Seahawks won a Super Bowl over the Titans. That's something. But for re-signings, oh, I kind of forgot. This is where you have to, well, you don't have to manually spend XP, but we don't really have a lot, to be honest. Should I crank the sliders up more? I have them at 120 for every position, but even for Defensive Rookie of the Year, only 14,000. What's that gonna get him? I mean, that is up to an 89. Maybe these are fine. I'll go 140. I want some big numbers here. Now we'll go 130. Actually, nope. I saw how much the rest of the team got. I'm going 150. I don't think anyone gained an overall this year other than Jamal Adams. We'll go 150. But okay, for re-signings, you know what? Does Darrelle Revis want to come back? Maybe not, but he was pretty good. I mean, if we're gonna have to have a Band-Aid option at corner, might as well be him. But I think we'll let all these mid linemen go. I mean, they played really well, but I don't think they will. I probably shouldn't say this because I'm gonna regret saying it, but it just seems like all interior linemen do well in this game. They don't really allow sacks. It's like only tackles, which, you know, tackles allow more sacks than guards and centers in real life, but it's not like 28-0 in real life. Or I guess, what was it, 50 total or 40 total to 0 between tackles and interior linemen on our team? That's crazy. So we'll rebuild our O-line. We'll rebuild this whole team. But let's see if there's anyone we want in free agency. Oh, just the MVP. Nothing crazy. He only wants 20 mil a year? Okay, we're not in a position to compete. He's already 39. There wouldn't really be any point in signing him, but that is still interesting. Also, Cameron Brate was an 88 overall at this point. He was that good at one point. Looking through, some of the ratings in this game were insanely high. But I mean, hey, that would be a pretty nice upgrade over Austin Seferian-Jenkins, who has slow dev. I wonder how much XP it would cost to get rid of that. Oh yeah, and this might be the game where if you have the highest bid, they automatically accept your offer. We'll see. And this is also the game where the Dolphins and Washington just go insane in free agency. So if they're offering for a player, you can't get them. Well, at least until they become broke, which happens pretty quick. But all right, we're gonna do a little bit here in free agency. Well, I mean, it's actually pretty good. We're gonna go for Cameron Brate, which I guess he did have a couple good years for the Bucks, but he fell off pretty quick. I don't know that he ever should have been this high of an overall. Maybe he just developed, but I don't know. We'll see if we can get him, though. There's also, we're going to go for Dante Moncrief, which is a name I haven't thought of in a while. Another guy who was good for the Colts for like a year and then kind of fell off. And then Bryce Callahan. Not that he's amazing here, but we need a corner pretty bad. He can be our slot corner. We'll find a different outside guy, hopefully through the draft. But all right, you of course have to sim the week here. You can't, there are no like negotiations like there are in the new games. But we get Bryce Callahan and Cameron Brate. We didn't get Dante Moncrief at least yet. And oh yeah, I also like completely forgot a position we desperately need. Left tackle. Who is this again? What was this guy's name? Trevin Jones? Taron Jones. Again, have not thought of this guy probably since the last time I played this game. Russell Okung is here. There isn't really much of an upgrade here unless we do want to go Taron Jones. But I do remember Taron Jones is like just reading that name gave me flashbacks about how he performed. I guess we'll just have to draft someone, maybe. But speaking of that, let's get to the draft and we'll see what we can do. We have a lot of work to do with this team, though, clearly. Maybe more than we can fix in one draft. Definitely more. But we'll see how much we can fix. But all right, in the draft, we pick all the way down at 8, going 5 and 10 and 1 or whatever we went. That's a little tough. I thought we would be a little bit higher than that, but the Bears have the #1 pick, and there are we got decently lucky with the players that are available, at least for the most part. There are 3 early first-round QBs. The only problem is I don't know that we can get any of them. Actually, the Bears probably won't go QB because they have Mitch Trubisky, which, well, I was going to say knowing what we know now, they probably should take a QB, but he also was horrible here, so I don't know. They might take one. And an early first round talent QB here is like an 84 overall or something, so they don't take the QB. The 49ers, okay, they're gonna take one. They have CJ Beathard, and that's it. I'm just trying to see if we should trade up, but they're gonna take one. They go Nimmo. Washington takes a receiver. Did the Bucs still have Jameis at this point? I can't remember how the Buccaneers got rid of Jameis Winston. Oh, he was still here. They won't take one. Okay, we might be okay unless the Bills and Dolphins and Browns all take one, which they might. The Dolphins don't, and then the Browns don't take one. So we get a QB. There's Leslie, who's an early first round talent. Or, oh, I was looking at projected. The talent's to the left of that. But he's an actual first round, early first talent. And then same with Ruffin, and Ruffin's a year younger. I think we're going to go with Clifford Ruffin, and I do think I'm going to turn all of our at least first-round picks into real players. There's no way to use real draft classes at this time, I don't think, but I will turn at least our first-round picks into QBs, or into real players, I mean. So we'll take Clifford Ruffin. Oh, this was when the game still kind of lied to you. He's not an early first-round talent. He's an early second-round talent. I was going to say, he doesn't look that that good. Okay, well, at least now I know. But I think I do remember if the players are, like, projected to be lower picks, like if it says they're a second round talent, they are actually. I don't know, Livingston actually looks decent. Okay, trial and error, I guess. But in round 2, I'm definitely gonna have to relearn how to draft in this game. Ricky Elmore looks really good. A hit power, B tackle, B block shed, good combine, really strong, but he's not projected to go for a while. Does Karma Bolware look good? He kind of does. I remember strength is really the thing you want to look for with linemen. Do I think he's better than Rich Ali though? Maybe, just because he's stronger. Again, trial and error, we'll see. Let's take him. Rank 29, so he is worth it. We'll take it. He'll start for us at probably center. Sounds good to me. And then round 3, is that linebacker still here? He isn't. I should have taken him. He was really good. Well, let's see. We should maybe take a receiver, either a receiver or maybe a corner. We kind of need both pretty bad, and a pass rusher, but I don't know if we're going to find one here. For receivers, I do remember 3-cone and 20-yard shuttle are the things you want to look for, and I think route runner types. I might just be making that up because it's been forever, but I think that's what you want to look for. Should we try Julius Raynaud, or is he going to be bad? I guess it would be hard for him to be bad. He has pretty good ratings. 76 overall, he'll start. We'll take it. Yet to pick a slow dev, thankfully. I think 3 for 3 quick. We'll take it. Which, by the way, it was quick at the time, not star. I don't really know what the point of them changing that was, but whatever. And then, is there a decent corner? Maybe not. It might be too late. Pappas, is that even how you say that? Pappas Hall or Julius Bullock? I guess Hall, because he has B zone. He's not good. All right, we might even have to start him, but I do not remember how to draft in this game. I do think this guy will be good. I'll show one more pick. He's already 24, that's the only problem, but Tucker Robbins, 37 bench reps, sounds good to me. Ranked 33, almost a first round talent, 79 overall. In the 5th round, we'll take it. But okay, here's what I did with the players that we drafted. I actually decided to make everyone that's gonna start a real life player. I just thought it would be more fun to do this with, you know, real life players if this is gonna be a pretty realistic rebuild. So our quarterback, we're gonna relive history, I guess. We have Sam Darnold, but this time he's already a 76 overall and he has quick development, aka star. But I mean, even as a 76, he's only the 36 ranked QB, so he isn't amazing or anything, but he could be. I made our guard that we moved to center, James Daniels. I made our receiver into DJ Chark, which he could really develop here. I think I'm going to put him as our slot receiver. We'll see if we can get him or Sam Darnold, the offensive rookie of the year. And then finally, I turned our guard into Jordan Mailata. I moved him to left tackle. Now, I don't think he's going to become as good as Jordan Mailata, but he is already the 20th ranked left tackle as a rookie. The only problem is he's already 24. I'm not going to change the ages to like what these guys were at the time because that would be kind of an advantage for us. They would be easier to develop, but I mean, these guys should develop pretty easily either way. But all right, let's get into year number 2 and we will see how the teams look. And we definitely still have some big issues, but we hopefully fixed quite a few of them. Oh yeah, and I'm going to just like keep remembering things about this game the more we go. This is the game where you can like change individual player schemes. Did I already show this? I don't know, but I changed left tackle to run blocker and that made Mailata go up to an 80, and I moved center to pass blocker and that made James Daniels go up to a 77. So hey, we'll take it. I don't know if that really even does anything, but hey, it makes the team look better. But okay, here we are heading into year 2. It's weird that, you know, you don't have to click on a separate screen to view your depth chart. I kind of like it. I mean, it's not major, but it's a little easier. I guess it saves me from clicking like 2 extra buttons whenever I want to look at the team. But yeah, we're looking honestly pretty solid. I'll check the team overall in a second, but really, I mean, there already aren't many issues with this team. The biggest issues are probably going to be the run game and the pass game, so our offense might be horrible, but our pass game could be decent. Just our receiving core isn't the best overalls yet. They aren't the best. But DJ Chark, actually, I just spent all of his XP on awareness, and he's already up to a 78, playing up to a 79 because of the scheme. Oh yeah, also I signed Rob Ninkovich. We're just kind of making a really old defense, but I didn't really want to start Jordan Jenkins or this Klein guy that I drafted in like the 7th round. Oh yeah, we're also going to be starting a couple rookies on defense. Fabini went up to a 76 at defensive tackle. If he develops, I might make him a real player. We'll see. And then I guess Hall, because we really didn't have anyone at corner. He has good ratings. I mean, 77 man, 80 zone, 76 press. He's just only a 72. But we'll see. He could develop. But how do we check overall in this game? Okay, so we are, I think it'll show us here, we're still only a 77. I honestly thought we were going to be better than that. Okay, so we still might be the worst team in the league by a lot. We still have a ways to go. Let me see. Does it show us? What are the 49ers? I guess they're kind of who we're competing with. They're an 80. Did anyone drop? No. So we're, I guess, catching the 49ers, but we're still the worst by a decent bit. Only 3 overall now. We're improving. But all right, let's get to the mid-season point of this year, and we will see how we do. All right, we're 1-6. We are worse somehow. You know, the thing is, we gotta worry about playbooks in Madden, obviously, but I just don't remember which ones were good. Well, I remember one that was good. I don't know if I want to resort to it yet because it was way too good. But yeah, it just looks like our offense sucks, which is fair. Oh, I don't know if the tackles are way too bad in this game, but there is not much going for us. We don't have many sacks. We're not doing well with passing. We're not doing well with rushing. There just isn't a lot going for us, which is to be expected. So I don't know why I'm complaining, but still. But we have some re-signings, of course. We'll bring back Leonard Williams. He had superstar dev at one point. I decided to take that away because he never really got better than a 70 or an 88 overall. I would say that was probably about his peak. I dropped that to star or quick, and I gave star dev to Demario Davis because obviously he became really good for the Saints. But I mean, I'll re-sign him for a 6-year deal, keep him until he's 30. I mean, that'll be longer than this rebuild is, but he takes it. And then everyone else, I don't know, James Carpenter, he's cheap. I'll go 4 years, 25. That's fine. Pretty soon that won't be worth it. He's gonna regress pretty quick, but still. But for now, I think that's all we're gonna do. So let's just get to the end of the year and we will see how we finish. I'm not expecting much, but I wouldn't mind getting a super high draft pick. We'll see. Okay, well, unsurprisingly, we don't make the playoffs. We finished 3-13, as we probably should. The Patriots are 15-1. It feels weird to have them as one of the best teams in the league. I mean, I know they were like the best for 20 years, but this was the very end of them being good pretty much. But it looks like we developed a little bit. I still might even raise the XP sliders more. Also, I kind of remember this glitch at the time, but I wanted DJ Chark to start in the slot, but I remember there's like a weird auto reorder. I don't know if it's a glitch, but I think it's like after the preseason, it reorders your depth chart without you manually doing it, which is annoying. But Sam Darnold was interesting. 3,400 yards, almost 35, 25 touchdowns, but 20 interceptions and only a 55 completion percentage. On a positive note, though, I think he still somehow might have won Offensive Rookie of the Year. Maybe. I don't know, though, because he had, what was it, like 16,000 XP? I still might even raise the XP sliders more, because players don't develop much here. It's weird. But our run game was awful. About like 3.5 yards per carry, maybe even less because of Sam Darnold. Good Lord. But yeah, Quincy Enunwa, almost 1,000 yards, 900 for Chark. I wanted that to be more, but he was still good. And then Jordan Mailata was horrible, but I don't even know that that's his fault. That's just how this game works. And then Demario Davis, 148 tackles, 14 TFLs for Leonard Williams led the team in sacks. Muhammad Wilkerson, 8.5. He was okay. 6.5 for Williams, 5.5 for Richardson. We need pass rush still. And picks, Darrelle Revis, again, 4. He's had, what, 9 in the last 2 years at like 33 years old, 34. It's crazy. 2 for Bryce Callahan and then 1 for a few players. We had the worst offense in the league, at least for yards, and one of the worst defenses. But Dak wins MVP. Ooh, Teddy Bridgewater on the Broncos. Wasn't this before he actually went to the Broncos? Didn't he go there in like 2020? Or 2021, I guess. But it's always interesting to see stuff that actually happened. But Tom Brady wins Offensive Player of the Year again. Justin Houston wins Defensive Player of the Year. But Sam Darnold did win Offensive Rookie of the Year. I don't know how. He wasn't good, but I guess we'll take it. DJ Chark at 2. And then Kello Brackenridge, that's a long name, wins Defensive Rookie of the Year for the Steelers. He's a 90 overall now, by the way. But we had Hall at 7, Fabini at 8, and Kiora Shelby. I think that's another corner. I might even raise the XP sliders more. Should I? I don't know. Wait, did Fabini have slow dev? Or did he get slow dev? Oh, no. Oh, no. I forgot you can't turn. I hate dev trait regression. I feel like it always happens to players that don't deserve it too. Is there somewhere I can look at everyone's dev trait without having to like click into each player? I think if we sign a free agent, Zach Zenner, that's a throwback. Holy. Or wait, I guess we aren't. Are we over it or not? I don't know. Who cares? I wanted to check if we got any more like slow dev traits, but whatever. Yeah, that's the bad part about being bad in simulation and tanking. It punishes you. I'm really hoping Sam Darnold doesn't lose his dev trait. He didn't. Okay, good. I mean, I would hope not, winning Offensive Rookie of the Year. But all right. Oh yeah, we didn't go over the player limit because it's the off season for us now. But let's get into yet another off season. In this year, assuming we have a good enough free agent class, we could already be pretty good next year. Depends though. That's banking on a lot of stuff to go right for us. I also do kind of want to change our offensive playbook, like I was saying. Should I go with the full cheese from what I remember? I don't remember exactly how to do it, but I think, oh, I actually don't remember which one it is. Oh, it's spread. You go spread offense and then I guess just spread offense for the playbook or the scheme. If it's too broken, we might switch it back, but I remember it being insane. But all right, for our re-signings, I don't really know that I want anyone back. Oh, Will Reedy was a U. I thought we drafted him. I guess not, but he's the 33rd ranked left tackle. He's almost starting caliber, and he really isn't that expensive. Sure, he might even have to start somewhere next year, but I think we'll get rid of Robbie Anderson. I think 2017, like the first year of this rebuild, was his big breakout year. Oh yeah, so bit of a yap second here, a little yap sesh, tiny one. I guess that's what these whole videos are, just a big yap sesh. But in the other throwback rebuilds I've done, I've used the like final day rosters of those games. Like the full season's already played out and everything, but because this game's so old, EA doesn't like keep up their old servers, which probably costs them like $1,000 a month, but they still cancel it because they're cheap. I don't know how much it actually costs, but they don't keep them up. And I didn't have like my own personal account in this game. I had one, but it wasn't my own. So I didn't have any of my original files. So I think I'm using the day one rosters for this game, like before all the updates and everything. So if you were to do this, I think the overalls would be different, but gotta do what I gotta do, I guess. It's close enough. But let's see, I don't really think we're gonna re-sign anyone else here. Yeah, it's just all backups. I'm good. So let's hope there's some good free agents here, but there might not be. We'll see. Okay, there are not. There are running backs though. Duke Johnson, Rob Kelly, or Robert Kelly. Wasn't his nickname like Fat Rob or something? I don't know. Doug Martin, Amir Abdullah, TJ Yeldon, Old Jonathan Stewart, and Marshawn Lynch. Eddie Lacy. This is something. Orleans Darkwa. That's a name. Bishop Sankey. What was this guy's name? He was the quarterback at Michigan, right? Denard Robinson. This is something. It's weird to see all these names again. But who do we want? Who actually would do well in simulation? I feel like power backs were usually better at the time. I mean, it sucks because you can't check stats. Can you? No, I think once they're in free agency, you can't see their stats anymore. These are some crazy running backs that are the best. Devontae Freeman, LaShawn McCoy on the Bills, Todd Gurley, LeGarrette Blount, Jay Ajayi, Jordan Howard, Thomas Rawls, one of my favorite players ever. He was so good in that like 1 year he was healthy. Ooh, early Christian McCaffrey. Oh yeah, I think he was a rookie in this game. But no, we can't check the free agent stats. Also, this was pre-breakout Derrick Henry. He was still pretty good here though. But all right, we're just gonna have to hope that these running backs do well. We could even sign 2 if we really wanted. That might not be a horrible move. I mean, both are gonna play, so it wouldn't be a waste. So I think we'll go with Duke Johnson and Robert Kelly. R. Kelly, that's tough. Isn't R. Kelly's name Robert Kelly? Yeah, that's tough. That's unlucky right there. I would maybe want to sign Doug Martin, but he's already 30. So I think we're we're just gonna sign running backs here. I didn't see any good corners. I guess PJ Williams or Eric Rowe. They're both pretty good here. I mean, we need one pretty terribly. Let's go with PJ Williams. He doesn't have that many offers. We're gonna have a lot of slot corners on the roster. Oh well. Was that Brian Cushing? He was still even around at this time? I didn't even know that, honestly. Ooh, and you know what? I'm gonna do something interesting. Let's sign Clay Matthews. We desperately need pass rush. It's just a 2-year deal. It's not very much. We could even sign Everson Griffin too. You know what? Should we just bring in the old man group? Cliff Avrils here. I don't know how well Dante Fowler Jr. would do. D Ford. Oh, this is interesting. We're gonna waste a lot of money, I think. D Ford might be fun. I would just go with a 1-year deal though. He wouldn't want that. Not that that's surprising, but still. 2 years? How about 2 years, but we overpay you? How about 1 year, but we overpay you? This is a weird free agent class I'm going for. I don't usually do goofy stuff like this where I like double up at positions or even triple up, but we need to fix them. So we're gonna go for Everson Griffin. We could even switch the team to a 4-3, or maybe. Probably not though. But Everson Griffin, Duke Johnson, Robert Kelly, D Ford, PJ Williams, and Dante Fowler. This could be a massive waste of money, but we need something on this team. We need to not be 3-13. I don't know if we'll get everyone here, but we'll see. Okay, we do get, I think, everyone. Yeah, that's everyone. Okay, that's huge. Obviously, we'll move Griffin and Ford and Fowler to outside linebacker, and then I think I'll move Richardson down to defensive end, finally. So this is going to be a very different looking defense this year. Ooh, Everson Griffin drops a lot at outside linebacker. He's listed as a run stopper. He only has 74 block shed and 80 pursuit. Really? 84 tackle. I mean, I would change this to a 4-3, but we would have too many defensive tackles and not enough linebackers. Okay, hold on. What's D Ford gonna be at outside linebacker? If he drops to a 78 or lower, we might switch to a 4-3. I just forgot how much players' overalls drop. Okay, he stays the same. Dante Fowler might too then. Okay, he does. Good. I thought I messed up pretty bad. I mean, it wouldn't have been the end of the world, but we would have had to change a few things. But I mean, this defense now with better pass rushers. Richardson went from an 86 to an 89, and then Wilkerson went from an 82 to an 87. Just moving them to better spots. So hey, I mean, let's draft some corners and... Oh, that's who didn't sign. I knew someone didn't sign yet. It was PJ Williams. I don't think we're gonna get him. We kind of need him though. We could get Prince Amukamara, but I think I'll go with PJ Williams. He did take it. Okay, good. Also, Duke Johnson came with 9,600 XP. We'll take that. But okay, let's get into the draft and we'll see what we want to do. But okay, we do have the #1 pick this year. I don't know why, but I always mention, oh, hey, let's hope we get the #1 pick this year. And then we do bad enough to get the #1 pick, and it just doesn't even really cross my mind. Like, I don't think to check if we have it until we get to the draft. I don't know. I don't know why I am the way that I am. But honestly, I haven't even looked at this class. I definitely should have, but I haven't. This guy looks really good. Chris Kubila. I don't know. He looks nice, though. Let's see. We got time. I'll look at a bunch of players here. But what I don't see is a good corner. That's tough. This guy looks terrible. I mean, not terrible, but he ran a 4.55. We might have to trade down here because we don't need D-line. We don't really need O-line. I mean, kind of, but that's something that's easy to take later. We don't need a QB. We don't need a D-lineman. Call Budo Melton. He's 24, and we already have enough speed threats. Gilbert Buckley. I'm not taking someone named Gilbert #1. Sorry if your name is Gilbert. Derek. What are these last names? Economos? Are these like aliens in the draft? What are these last? These are crazy. Scantleberry? There are 2 Weddles almost back to back. All right, I definitely think we're gonna trade down, but I don't even know who I want once we trade down. Is this a game where you can get away with like realistic trades, or is it gonna be like a quarter of the way full? Guess we'll find out. Oh, this is when you could only trade 3 picks. Oh no. Oh God. The more I play this game, the more I'm thankful for current Madden in a way. It has its own issues, but to be fair, this never should have been an issue. Why could you only trade 3 picks? That's crazy. All right, well, this isn't much of a trade down, but we're gonna trade down to 4 and get a 2 this year and a first next year, I guess. It's not projected to be that good of a first, but we'll see. They take Lankster. He didn't even look that good to me, honestly. They might have trolled, we'll see. I still don't know what I want to do. Gilbert Buckley looks pretty good. They're really good looking D linemen, of course, when we don't need a D lineman. Damn, Giovanni Jones looks pretty good. I feel like sometimes players that look like this would have slow dev. I don't know why. I don't know what gives me those vibes, but I get like negative vibes looking at him. So I feel like that must mean something. It's like my instincts are taken in. Because fun fact, but this is the Madden game I have the most time in. I had a lot of free time around this time, so I don't even want to know how many hours I have in Madden 18 franchise. But all right, you know what? I'm trading down again. I don't care. I don't see anyone I want. I didn't see that good of a corner, and I saw decent receivers, but who has like pick 14? The Bears, that's fine. They're projected to have the #1 pick next year. All right, I don't think we can trade with them. Why? They weren't that bad this year. What happened in the offseason? The Rams with their better logo. I really liked that white logo. I don't know why. All right, we're basically just doing the same trade again. We're trading the #1 pick for a 2 and then a 1 next year. This screen is like super nostalgic. I mean, again, because I don't even want to know how much time I've played this game for, but I like it, even though it's terrible because there are only 3 trade slots. But all right, let's take a receiver. I think all the receivers got taken, actually. Nope, Chris Kugbila is still here. He actually does look, I don't know, he looks pretty good. I do remember possession receivers, especially in this game, being horrible, though. That's the only issue. But I think if they were a first-round talent, they were fine. Maybe if it was red. What's the difference between a red zone threat and a possession? Like, genuinely, what does that mean? Jump ball receiver and jump ball receiver? What's the difference? I've never questioned that. Like, what specifically makes you a red zone threat? I don't think I've ever heard that term used to describe a receiver in real life. I don't know. But all right, again, trial and error. Let's take Chris Kugbila. Even if he sucks, at least we traded down and got a ton of value, so we'll take him. He does not suck. He's good. Ranked 15, got him at 15. Perfect pick, I guess. I mean, he's the best player we've drafted so far, 80 overall, so we'll take it. But round 2, we have the first pick, so not too much after. There are some safeties. Marcus May hasn't really developed. These guys don't look that good, though. 23. Why? I feel like every player is 23 or 24. Why? Why is everyone so old? Finally, a 22-year-old, but he ran a 4.61. I'm good. 24. This guy's 22. He looks pretty good. Ooh, 21, TJ Betts. His ratings aren't that good, but his combine was. Actually, his ratings might be better because Shaw has the good impact block, but his pass block and run block are only a B-. So I guess Betts are a little better. I don't know. Sure, we'll take him. Ranked 24, got him at 33. Hey, for not playing this game in forever, I still kind of remember how to draft. And then in just a couple more picks, ooh, Shaw went right after. I hope we got the better one, or that's going to look bad. But let's see. Are there any decent corners left? Not really. Cool. There's Bo Jacoby, a man corner with 4.5 speed. That sounds lovely. But he looks like our best option available, honestly. Harvey Windsor. That's like a Civil War general name. What are we doing here? Give me Bo Jacoby. He probably sucks, but slow dev. He's not even that bad. But we hit our first slow dev. Wait, he ran a 4.5 and has 92 speed, 94 excel. So 40 time didn't even matter at this point. Crazy. Because a 4.5 should be like 89 speed, 91 excel or something. But all right, should we take another lineman? I just remember picking like only linemen in Madden because it was so easy to take them late. Just look for good strength and you're good. Specifically guards, tackles sometimes, but they definitely weren't always good. But all right, give me, oh God, a Davian Merriam. Actually, you know what? Looking at him, I'm good. Not only his weird shaped head, but he ran a 4.79. Huh. Wait, there are no projected undrafted middle linebackers? That's weird. Justice Doozable. Sure. He skipped the combine. Oh, wait, do we have our future here? I mean, we have some old edge rushers. Well, I guess D Ford isn't that old, and Dante Fowler's like only 25 at this point, but this guy could be a future option. We'll see. Again, I think I'm going to make some of these guys real players, so that'll be fun. But should we go with Harvey Windsor here? We're still in the second round. We can wait. Should we go with Spencer Easley? He has a good 3-cone and 20-yard shuttle. That's what I look for, sure. Wait, oh, I'm stupid. I didn't sim to the next pick. Oh, and he's gone. All right, my fault. I'm stupid. There is a pretty good looking running back, but we're probably good at running back now. Let's just take Harvey Windsor. He's probably not good, but he might be. I don't know. Oh, he's really bad. Okay, cool. That was like over a full round reach. Awesome. All right, I might be done picking unless there's a good lineman. There might be. Lawrence Alleman, sure. Ooh, superstar dev. I mean, he's already 24, so he's not gonna develop, but superstar dev, that's cool. But okay, these are the players I turn these guys into. The first one being Terry McLaurin. That's, you know, kind of fun. Obviously wasn't a third round pick, but probably should have been, knowing what we know now. Definitely should have been, not probably. For our second round pick, the center, I made that Elton Jenkins. I don't know where I'm gonna play him. Do we need a center? I don't know. I don't really know why I picked him, but I mean, he's good, so I can't really complain. It wasn't a bad pick. And then the corner, I made Sean Murphy Bunting. It definitely doesn't look like him, but to be fair, there isn't a face that is like even remotely close to what he looks like. I don't know if that's gonna matter though, because he has slow dev, but we'll see. And then Justice Doozable, I might make someone. We'll see. I didn't feel like it. It takes a minute to change these players. Let's see. This was, whoa. Glad this guy went one pick before us. But yeah, this was before you could check the whole league. You can check individual teams to see the best players, but you can't like sort by the whole league at once. Wow, the Cowboys had a horrible draft. What did they do? Ooh, this might be the best player, Calbuto Melton. 83 overall with superstar dev, but of course, 24 years old. So I don't know, I'm fine. He's good, but he's not really gonna develop. Giovanni Jones is really good. Only normal dev, but he is really good. Not that we needed him, but still. But all right, let's get into year 3 already. And this is like the first time we've had genuine hope for this team, so we'll see what happens. But okay, heading into year 2, or year 3, this is how the team's looking. Definitely not perfect, but this team does have a lot of potential at least. It's a really young team now. The major issues with this team though are definitely the corner group, the linebackers, and maybe the receivers, but like I said, there's potential there with DJ Chark and Terry McLaurin. And then right tackle could be an issue, Lawrence Alleman, but seems like left tackle's usually the scarier position anyways, so we'll see. But now that we have a new offensive playbook, we'll have to see how it can do. I don't know if it would look impressive through the preseason, but that was definitely a solid amount of passing, which is kind of what we want, because I don't trust this run game. I don't really trust any part of this team, but I mean, again, we knew what we were signing up for, rebuilding a 73 overall team. But speaking of that, I want to see where we rank. Okay, we're now an 81. We'll take it. That's, I mean, 8 overall better than what we started with. I would guess that's still the worst in the league, but only by 1 now. We're catching the 49ers. Again, there are competition here. It looks like Solomon Thomas developed too. That's interesting. Also, the Dolphins are only an 83. We're catching some teams. Cardinals, Bills are, I don't know how they're only an 83. How do the overalls work? Like 89 offense, 85 defense, 84 overall? I don't know, whatever. But let's get to the mid-season point of year 3, and hopefully we can finally not be absolutely horrible, but honestly, we still deserve to be. But okay, we are 1-7 at the midseason. Cool. Who do we have to re-sign? D4. Oh yeah, I forgot we signed him to a 1-year deal. Well, he must not be doing that well. He isn't. Doesn't look like he's playing that much either. What's our defensive scheme again? We are a 3-4, right? I mean, that's our scheme, but it is Todd Bowles, so it would be a 3-4. I feel like there was a really good defensive playbook in this game. I just don't remember what it was, honestly. Rams, I don't know. But I think we're just gonna start Fowler and Doozable for the rest of the year because they're younger. We're giving up on the year basically. And I mean, who knows? They could do better. Actually, how's Everson Griffin doing? Is he fine? He has 2 sacks. I'm good. Wait, Ford has 2 sacks. Oh, I forgot it's flipped. Oh, I was looking at his rookie year. I was looking at 2014. But I mean, still, 2 sacks isn't great. But let's get to the end of the year once again. I didn't see anyone we should re-sign. I mean, maybe Darren Lee, but like, I don't know. He is super cheap. All right, sure. Okay, never mind. Whatever. Let's get to the end of the year and we will see what happens. This has been rough so far. I mean, again, we expected it, but still. Oh yeah, and I guess I should probably mention this. Feel free to skip ahead a little bit if you you don't care, didn't ask, but I think I legitimately might have the worst luck of all time with seeming like I copy other people's YouTube video ideas, because the last video I did, I rebuilt a team, or I did a challenge where I just got rid of literally every starter in the NFL in Madden 25, and I saw a few comments say, literally the day before, King of the Fourth Quarter did literally the exact same thing in NBA 2K. So basically, like half the comments were, why did you copy this video? I hope I remember to put this screenshot, but I created that roster file on the 10th, which was before his video came out. That just might be the weirdest coincidence ever. Oh yeah, and also I had already done that rebuild before, literally a year ago. It just annoys me when like half my comments are, why did you copy this person? I had literally already done that before, and that was sitting in my ideas draft to do again for like a year. I think that happened the first time I did a throwback rebuild too, ironically, like the Madden 20, the first one I did. Everyone was like, oh, why did you copy? I think it was Bengal that did one of these. But I got this idea from a comment suggestion, which I ask for all the time. Oh yeah, plus with the challenge of getting rid of every player in franchise or every starter. You know, his video came out on the 11th, mine came out on the 12th. If you think I can get that challenge done in a day after not uploading for like 4 days, that roster took me like a full day and a half to even get done on its own. Those comments just drive me crazy, because that's why I avoid my comments, because half of them are like, why are you copying this person? Or you're slowly becoming this person. Like, I've been doing the same shit for like 2.5 years, debatably more than that, but whatever. I'll stop. I just wanted to say I don't intentionally copy anyone, that's all. But anyways, in year number 3, in 2019, we finished 2-14. This has been a tough one. This has been even harder than I expected. Again, for the millionth time, we still shouldn't be competitive based on roster talent, but man, even in like current Madden games, you can definitely overperform with a bad team. You do most of the time. It honestly might be better to have a bad team. And honestly, we might need a new quarterback. Sam Darnold has been pretty horrible. 4,400 yards, 29 touchdowns, but 19 picks, and only a 55 completion percentage. Also, Duke Johnson, neither of these running backs, I checked their stats after we signed them. It looked like Duke Johnson had better yards per carry last year, but neither were good options last year, and neither were good this year. But that's fine, because we were a very pass-heavy offense. Terry McLaurin, as a rookie, 1,250 yards and 11 touchdowns. Also, DJ Chark, 1,000 yards. Almost 800 receiving yards for Duke Johnson. I forgot this offense does that. And I mean, even with passing that much, the blocking wasn't even that bad. Also, Darren Lee, 161 tackles, led the team. Lots of TFLs, 18 for Sheldon Richardson led the team, and sacks, 11 for Sheldon Richardson, 8.5 for Leonard Williams, but that's about it. I'm also wondering if we should use a new defensive playbook. I think I already mentioned that, but we might. But interceptions, 2 for PJ Williams, Sean Murphy Bunting, Darren Lee, and Bryce Callahan, and then 1 for a couple players. Still terrible. But Ben Roethlisberger wins MVP. Oh, great. Henry Maragos. The Patriots got another QB. Fun. Up there for MVP as a rookie. But Ben Roethlisberger also wins Offensive Player of the Year. No Jets. I thought Terry McLaurin could maybe sneak in. But Kello Brackenridge wins Defensive Player of the Year. Now up to a 99 overall. But Offensive Rookie of the Year, great. Henry Maragos beats Terry McLaurin out for Offensive Rookie of the Year. Not that that's surprising once we saw him up there for MVP, but still, that's tough. I mean, I guess we already knew that because he didn't have much XP, but Sean Murphy Bunting did because he won Defensive Rookie of the Year. Now, unfortunately, he only has slow dev, and the only way to fix that, I think, is by spending XP to buy a better dev trait, and I didn't think it would be worth it because it would have been like 18,000. That would have been all of his XP. I thought we should just make him an 84 overall. But also Doozable was up there. But all right, should we change defensive playbooks? I think we should. Let's see, the Panthers didn't allow many points, neither did the Vikings. Which teams were a 3-4 at the time, though? That's the only thing. I can't remember. They still had Ron Rivera at the time, right? Okay, apparently their defensive coordinator was Steve Wilkes. I completely forgot he was, I guess he was there for a while, but for some reason I forgot. I mean, both the Panthers and Vikings are 4-3s. We just really can't switch to a 4-3. Let's see, there was also the Falcons, they were a 3-4, right? Because they had like Vic Beasley and whoever else. They allowed a lot of yards, though. All right, you know what? We'll switch to a 4-3. We're going to have to trade some guys away, but I mean, that should make guys like Leonard Williams and Sheldon Richardson be even higher overalls, which is going to be interesting. So let me get everyone moved around, but we're definitely going to need some linebackers. But okay, we definitely have too many defensive tackles and not enough linebackers like we expected, but should be fixable. And I actually might trade Muhammad Wilkerson. I mean, what point is there to really keep him? He's just going to be a backup now. But let's get into the offseason, and we will see what we want to do. I mean, like I said, we might even be thinking about a new QB. What year are we coming up on? Oh, okay, it's 2020. I was gonna say, if it was 2021, we could just really make this a Jets rebuild and grab Zach Wilson. That might be a little too traumatizing, but thankfully it isn't 2021. Ooh. It is 2020, though, and we're gonna have the #1 pick, so we'll see what we want to do. But Darren Lee, we should probably bring back. I'll go 4 years, 11 mil, and he takes it, obviously, because we upped the years. But Jason Victorian, Matt Ioannidis, Dixon Chapman, again, what are these names? But all right, I think we're fine to let everyone else go. So also, of course, the Patriots won a Super Bowl over the Packers, but let's just hope there are some free agents here. Okay, there definitely are. Lots of Falcons players here. Keanu Neal, Austin Hooper, Deion Jones. What, did they just run out of money? They must have. This is a really interesting free agent class. Lots of guys who like had a good year or two and then immediately fell off. Or a few good years, I guess. Keanu Neal, Austin Hooper, Deion Jones, Miles Jack, debatably, Sua Cravens. That's interesting. But hey, I mean, Keanu Neal, that might be kind of fun. Now, we're really getting down there with money, which is crazy because we're still horrible, but I mean, we need something. And Jalen Ramsey, I mean, should we? I don't really see why not. Again, we're gonna be poor, but we need something. And I mean, we still need a linebacker. Deion Jones is only asking like $6 million a year. Why? Are there any redeeming qualities about this game? Again, every time I do play an old Madden game, it makes me grateful for what we have, which isn't as much as it should be, but it's still more than this. And let's see, we're out of money, but I still almost want to sign some more players. So is there anyone we can cut? Which is kind of rare. I never release players in new Madden games just because of the way the contracts work. It never really leaves points where you can release a player without it giving you a massive penalty and not that much savings. But like Muhammad Wilkerson, where does he rank? Okay, he's still a really good defensive tackle. He would definitely be more of a trade candidate than a cut candidate. Who needs a defensive tackle? The Cardinals kind of do. Ooh, and the Chiefs do pretty bad, but they're broke. They definitely didn't become the powerhouse that they have now. Wow, we can't get a second-round pick for Muhammad Wilkerson? Not that I'm saying like a 30-year-old good, not like amazing anymore defensive tackle should go for this much, but trade value was really, I guess this is 2020 at this point, but when this game came out like 2017, players like Sam Bradford were still going for like a first-round pick. Or what did he get traded for? Yeah, first and a fourth for Sam Bradford. So I guess we'll take a third. They don't even give us a third? Really? Okay, fine. It's either this or we release him. They don't even give us a fourth. I mean, we're getting more into the range of what he would go for in real life, but a fifth might even be low. I don't know. And we also kind of got to think about Sam Darnold. I mean, he's been terrible for these first 2 years. He's thrown almost 40 interceptions in the last 2 years. Not even getting sacked that much. Like we can't really blame the O-line here. At least not this year. We'll see once we get to the draft what we want to do. But let's also sign Miles Jack. We're definitely starting to get less realistic, but linebackers are so cheap. So crazy free agent class. We're really trying to save this defense. I would also try to add to this offense. There just isn't really a lot of players to add here. I mean, Derrick Henry could be kind of fun. I don't know how well he would do in this game, but sure, why not? We'll just release R. Kelly or something. I don't know. So we'll see if these players want to sign. I hope so. Ooh, okay. We get most of them. I just couldn't remember for sure if this is one of the Madden games where you're guaranteed to get a player if you have a lead, but apparently not. We don't get Deion Jones or Keanu Neal. Keanu Neal's whatever. Like, I don't know how bad we need a safety, but I wish we got Deion Jones. But overall, pretty good. We still could go for Sua Cravens. There isn't really another linebacker I want, though. I mean, Scooby Wright? I don't know. Devondre Campbell? Wasn't he a Falcon at the time, too? Did they just lose literally every everybody? What happened? But you know what? I think Sua Cravens at linebacker would work, obviously. I can't remember if he mostly did play linebacker or safety. That was a while ago at this point, but I guess we could play him at either. Oh, and hold on, this Arnfelt guy, he's super cheap, and he would start for us. Sure. So these two players, we'll see if they want to sign. I don't think we might get Cravens. We'll see. We don't. Okay, cool. Whatever. We can draft a linebacker. That's fine. We do get Arnfelt, though. That's cool. But now, I mean, I'll wait until the start of next year to check what overall we are, especially because it'll change, but we're looking pretty good. I doubt we're the worst team in the league anymore. At least I hope not. Okay, well, little bit of an unfortunate situation here. So obviously to record, off my Xbox, which I don't normally do, I have to use a capture card. I don't know why I said it like that. And I'm not used to using it. I don't know that this was necessarily my fault though, but every file I've recorded for this season corrupted, and I didn't know that. The whole draft, I think the extra players I signed in free agency, hold on, let me see the last clip that actually saved so I know what to update. Okay, we were done with free agency at least. Unfortunately, in this season, I made like the most important moves of the rebuild so far. In the draft, we grabbed Tua Tagovailoa. I originally made him Joe Burrow, but he wasn't that good, so I decided to make it Tua. Not that Tua's bad, but not as good as Joe Burrow. We did pick him #1 overall. He did have superstar dev, which is huge. And we traded Sam Darnold to the Chargers for a second-round pick, which, by the way, how did he do this year? Of course, his best year so far, as soon as he leaves. I mean, I don't think he was going to have that type of season for us, so I'm fine with it, but I knew it. I called it after I traded him. He's going to have his best year so far. But let's see, we also drafted Jordan Brooks at #3. There weren't many real linebackers in this draft that were that good. There was Logan Wilson, but he went round 3. The first linebacker who went was Isaiah Simmons, but he obviously never became that good, and this guy's a good run defender, so I wasn't going to make that Isaiah Simmons. So I thought Jordan Brooks was the best option out of those. But I mean, he was the best player in the class, by the way. That was like the most impressive pick I've made of the rebuild so far, because he was mislabeled as a pass rusher, but I could tell there was something wrong, and he was actually a better off-ball linebacker than pass rusher. And then let's see, who else did I take? I took D. Strong. I didn't make him a real player because there weren't many good corners in the 2020 draft in like the 3rd round, which is where I picked this guy. Or Dre Strong. Did I say D? I don't know. And then I picked the receiver Antavio Griffin, who has quick dev. But you might notice some of these guys have a pretty good amount of XP. Now let's see where we rank in overall. I mean, I already know what our overall is, or it might have gone up even more, but oh my god, they're 97 overall teams. Maybe we shouldn't have raised the XP sliders that high. I don't know, but we're an 88 overall now, so we are not the worst team in the league anymore. The 49ers are an 83, the Dolphins are an 86, the Colts are an 87, the Cardinals are an 86, the Broncos are an 87, the Bills are an 86, the Bears are an 87. So again, we are not the worst team in the league anymore. Washington's an 86, Rams are an 86, Raiders are an 87. We're not the best, but we're not the worst either. I think we're like the only 88 overall team. That's interesting. And finally, with an improved team, we finished 8-8, which isn't amazing, but we made the playoffs in year #4 somehow. And we have a ton of XP. So I'll spend all this. Should I get superstar dev for Antavio Griffin? I guess so. Up to an 84 now. Jamal Adams also got a ton of XP. I re-signed him at the midseason, by the way. And Tua also has about 18,000 XP, or almost 19,000. So those two must have done pretty well this year, or I guess those 3 if you include Jamal Adams. But Tua, as a rookie, pretty good year. About 4,400 yards, 33 touchdowns, but 23 interceptions. I guess for passer rating, at least he did better than Sam Darnold was doing, but not a whole lot better. But to be fair, he was a rookie. Actually, now at an 86, where does he rank? Number 25? I'm surprised that's not even higher, but that's fine. But Derrick Henry was okay. Only 3.8 yards per carry, though, but we don't run the ball much anyways. But Antavio Griffin, as a rookie, almost 1,300 yards and 11 touchdowns. Really similar year to Terry McLaurin last year, but Terry McLaurin also 1,000 yards this year. Jordan Mailata was still horrible, but overall, the line wasn't horrible. And then Miles Jack led the team with 166 tackles. TFL's 19 for Sheldon Richardson led the team, and sacks 10 for Everson Griffin, 9 for Justice Doozable. I don't even even know if I'm saying that last name right, but only 5.5 for Richardson and Williams, or Williams had 4. But interceptions, we had a lot. 5 for Miles Jack and Jalen Ramsey, 4 for Adams, 3 for Williams and Murphy Bunting, which I benched Marcus May for PJ Williams at the midseason, and that worked out. 2 for Jordan Brooks, and then 1 for a couple players. This game is so different than Madden 24 or 25 in both a good way and a bad way, I guess. But MVP goes to Aaron Rodgers. I think we've also had a different MVP every year. That's fun. But of course, Sam Darnold up there for MVP. Of course. Offensive Player of the Year for the AFC goes to Le'Veon Bell. Tua at number 9. We'll take that. That's surprising, but we'll take it. Oh my God, we get cucked. Kello Brackenridge wins his third he got a Defensive Rookie of the Year and 2 Defensive Player of the Years. Miles Jack at number 2. But Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Tua, but Griffin at number 3? That's interesting. And then a division rival, of course, Jamin Wright wins Defensive Rookie of the Year. Strong at 9, Brooks at 10. But overall, good year. Can't complain too much. I mean, at least we're in the playoffs, when we debatably don't deserve to be yet. Like, we're better than some teams, but not a lot of teams. But all right, nothing else really for us to do. I'm hoping these recordings don't corrupt. I was using my Capture Cards recording software to record, and normally it works fine. That's how I did my college football rebuilds, but it didn't work fine here. It was for a while, and then they all started corrupting. Some of them were crashing, and I thought the ones that were crashing would just corrupt, but no, they all did after a certain point. So that's fun, but I'm using something else now, thankfully. So hopefully we don't have any more issues in this very, very jank rebuild, but I'm trying my best. But we're going to be facing the Texans in the wild card here. They are a 93 overall to our 88. It's crazy to see overalls this high. I mean, not even this high. They're 99 overalls, which we're going to have a big offseason to catch those teams. Hopefully we can. But all right, let's just simulate this game against the Texans. I honestly don't think we're going to win. We don't really deserve to, but you never know. It is Madden. And we do beat them, of course. We'll take it. What was the score? Can we check the score? Playoff schedule. We won 35-28, so a pretty high scoring game. Almost every game was 35 points by the winning team. Interesting. But we're gonna be facing probably our biggest rival in this rebuild, the New England Patriots. I mean, I don't know if we're much of a rival for them, but I guess they're a rival for us. I don't even know how many times we've beat them in this rebuild. I mean, maybe we have. I just haven't been looking at individual games, but they're only a 93 overall too. I'm surprised they're not better. And we're actually up to an 89 now for some reason. I mean, we beat the Texans. Not that we really deserved to beat either, but we did at least beat one of them so far. And we have a couple upgrades, I guess. Oh, we actually have a few. I forgot you can go all and spend like smaller upgrades. But all right, can we beat the Patriots in the divisional with only an 8-8 record? No. Okay, understandable. Did we get beat bad? Oh, we only lost by 4 points, 36-32. That's a weird score, but understandable. We shouldn't go very far yet. Well, I say yet, but this upcoming year is going to be our final year, so we need to have a good offseason. It looks like we have even more XP, so I'll spend that. But let's get into our final offseason. And again, hopefully there's some good free agents. But okay, for re-signings first, I don't think we're going to bring anyone here back. I mean, there's Marcus May. He had like his first interception this year, or I think he had one other, but this is why I benched him. He's had 2 total interceptions in the last 4 years, so I'm good. I mean, he ended up being pretty good for the Jets, but not here. So it's just literally all backups here. We'll let them all go. And let's get into our final free agent class of the rebuild. And I guess we have some coach XP. I should probably spend that. I have spent a little bit, but we have even a little more now. I mean, we could go free agency influence. I also said that really weird. I don't know. But unfortunately, this is not the best class ever. There are some really interesting players here. Trent Williams, Taylor Moton at guard. We might sign him and move him out to tackle. Old man Josh Norman here. That would be maybe kind of fun. Derek Barnett actually developed. Oh, he has a huge offer from the Dolphins. Nico Siragusa, or however you say that. I don't know why he developed here, but sure. Joe Mixon, Doug Baldwin, Eli Rogers. That's interesting. See, like some players were just way too high of overalls. Charles Harris. I guess he was probably a rookie to start this out, but still. Alan Hearns. David Sharp was a good overall at one point, or at least he developed up to one, but he also might have just been one to begin with. But man, there unfortunately aren't that many upgrades here. I'll do what I can, but there isn't a lot I can do. And let me see, is there anyone I can release to save any money? Oh yeah, we also traded, wait, did I even show when we switched to a 4-3? I hope I did. Yeah, I definitely did, because we had signed Miles Jack at that point. But I don't think I showed we traded Muhammad Wilkerson for... No, I also might have showed that. You know what? I actually might have showed us trading Sam Darnold. No, I don't know. I hate losing clips. It doesn't happen much, but when it does, it's not fun. I can't remember what I've already done. But there isn't really anyone I want to release. I mean, maybe Quincy Nunwa, unfortunately. That would save $5 million. Austin Safarian Jenkins, Robert Kelly, we don't really need anymore. Just kind of getting rid of some unnecessary deals. I don't even know if... I guess PJ Williams is our starting free safety. Jake Ryan? That is someone I completely forgot existed. Was he a Packers linebacker? Yeah, that's insane. Also, wait, Joe Mixon doesn't have a face in this game? That's strange. But these are the 3 players we are going to go for in this final season. I honestly wanted to do more. There just weren't many players available, so what can we really do? But Trent Williams, Taylor Moton, and Josh Norman. I guess we'll move Jordan Mailata to right tackle or something. Yeah, I guess that would work out best. And then Josh Norman's old, of course. He was not good by this point, but he's still good here, so gotta do what we gotta do. But all right, we'll see if those 3 players sign. Hopefully we don't, or else that's honestly pretty bad if they don't. I'm really trying to jinx it for some reason. I always do that. I'm always like, man, it would be awful if these guys don't sign, but they all do, thankfully. And man, we're looking pretty nice now. Still some issues with the team. It still definitely isn't perfect, but guess what? We are miles better than the Jets have been and currently are in real life. And I mean, hey, this 8-8 record and that at least one playoff win, that's better than the Jets have done from 2017 to this current season. So we'll take it. This one isn't going to be that fun for Jets fans to watch. I'm just shitting on their team, but I guess, I don't know, they're probably used to it anyways. Ooh, whoa, I got Taylor Moton up to a 91 overall. Okay, we'll take that. But all right, in the draft, I think we only have 1 first. Oh yeah, by the way, we had 3 first-round picks last year. But yeah, we don't pick until number 26, which, you know, hey, that's fine. Means we did well. But I'm not entirely sure what I want to do here. I don't know if we can really get any day 1 starters unless we pick like I thought that said Epstein, a really good defensive end or DB or something. But we might not even need a DB. We have a lot of corners. We could even move one to safety if we wanted to, like another one. Also, there's a guy named Long Jones. That's awesome. Ooh, Tucker Thomas. Okay, he ran a 4.62, maybe not, but his ratings are good. Matthew Hodge, this guy looks good. 4.35 speed, B+ release, B route running, B spec catch. I mean, we don't need him, but I don't really know what we need, to be fair. I might go with Henry McKee. We don't desperately need a tight end, but Cameron Brate has kind of been regressing. I might take him. I mean, we obviously want to take the guy who has the best chance at starting, but we could start him. We'll see. Depends on how good he is. He might not be great, to be fair. He doesn't have any, like, great ratings, but we'll see. Okay, he is really good. He's an 80 overall, the 6th best player in the class, but he has normal dev. That's unlucky. You know what? I've still only drafted 1 slow dev, surprisingly. It was the corner that we turned into Sean Murphy Bunting. But all right, let's see. That receiver is still here. I mean, again, we don't really need him, but like, what do we need? I don't know. Bronson Schillinger looks pretty good. Oh, is that defensive end? Damn it, he got taken. All right. Ooh, Patrick Griffith. I think I remember middle linebackers being kind of broken in this game. Don't quote me on that. I don't remember for sure, but I think I remember drafting some pretty amazing ones in the later rounds. But first, let's just go with Matthew Hodge. He looks really good. The best player in the class. Pretty good pick, but normal dev. All right. If he had superstar, I might have started him, but he'll be a 4th guy. That's fine. And then let's go with that middle linebacker. Okay, I'm getting the hang of drafting in this game, though. 79 overall, ranked 18. I honestly thought he would be even higher, but I mean, that's still pretty good. 18th best player in the late 2nd. Sounds good to me. I mean, he wasn't even projected to go to the 4th either, so he would have been a really good pick if we got him here. I mean, he still was, but would have been even better back here. This dude has a 7.5 combine grade. I feel like I've seen 8s for corners before. 7.7. Ernest Peters. I'm just bullying every prospect's name. To be fair, they're really, really goofy. But all right, I don't really know who else I want to take here. I might just simulate the rest of the draft out. Enoch? Is that what that Enoch? Well, is that even how you say say that? That's another insane name. We'll just go with Bronson Schillinger. Yeah, he's fine. I don't even know if I'm going to turn these guys into real prospects because I don't think any of them are going to play at all, but we'll see. I mean, we literally got the best player in the classes and he's not going to play, so what do we do? But okay, yeah, I don't think I'm going to make any of these guys real prospects. I thought about making Henry McKee into Pat Freiermuth, but honestly, I'm kind of lazy, so what would be the point? He won't even really play. We'll just leave him as Henry McKee. He'll be our number 2 tight end. And then Matthew Hodge, I was thinking about making Amon-Ra St. Brown, but this guy's 5'9" with 97 speed. Not exactly realistic there, but also I don't think he would play either, so we'll just leave him. I mean, we absolutely crushed the first 3 picks, like number 1, number 6, and number 18, but we didn't need them. I literally don't think there was a single player in this class that could have started for us, at least just based purely off of overall. The only thing is like a good DB, but I don't really see many of them. But all right, let's get into the final season, 2021, and we'll see how we're looking. But okay, here we are heading into the final year. I mean, we're looking good. Definitely not perfect, but much, much better than the Jets were at this point and probably currently are. If anything's gonna hold us back, I don't know, I was gonna say it could be our run game, but also our pass game. Like, Tua was not perfect last year, but he is obviously a better player than he was last year, so hopefully he does better. Also, that doesn't look like Tua. There just isn't. The faces in this game don't really look like people. I mean, it's kind of the same deal it is now. But still, this game just feels weird in general. It's a little clunky. I like parts of it, but I don't know. Maybe if I wasn't playing it like through a tiny window off a recording on my computer, then I would like it more. I don't know. But I mean, at least on paper, this team is really nice. This offensive line is great. I want to see, where does Trent Williams rank? He's the 5th ranked left tackle at a 92. That's crazy. How about Taylor Moton, 91? That's also 5th. It's honestly pretty hard to make a great team. Maybe I shouldn't have raised the XP slider so high, but to be fair, guys haven't really developed that much on our team, so I don't know. But either way, we will just have to see how this team does in the final year. No matter what, this is it. Even if we go 2-14, let's see what happens. Okay. Let me get out of there before I spoil what happened. Actually, this maybe spoils what happened. But in year number 5, we finished 9-7, and we did sneak into the playoffs. And honestly, I'm surprised we weren't better because Tua won MVP in his 2nd year. He threw 5,600 yards, 50 touchdowns, 16 interceptions. We will take it. He was very good. Only sacked 19 times too. But Derrick Henry, 1,000 yards, 4.1 per carry, 10 touchdowns. Our best running back so far. What's his dev trait? Only normal? That's tough. But Antonio Griffin, 1,650 yards and 15 touchdowns. This is what I was saying about this offensive playbook. The spread offense works pretty well. Also, 1,250 yards for McLaurin, 850 for Chark, 700 for Brait. Blocking was insanely good. Jordan Mailata wasn't amazing, but Trent Williams was only 6 sacks allowed from left tackle here is crazy in this game. I mean, that would even be good in the current Maddens. That wouldn't be so good in real life, but still, it'd be fine. But Miles Jack, 137 tackles, TFLs, 15 for Leonard Williams led the team in sacks, 10.5 for Doozable, 7.5 for Griffin, 6.5 for Richardson, 6 for Williams. We'll take it. And then interceptions, 3 for Adams, Jack, Norman, 2 for Ramsey, and then 1 for a couple players. Honestly, I don't know how good our defense was. We had the best offense in the league, and we had an okay defense. It was fine. A little below average even though. But of course, Tua wins MVP. Leonard Fournette at number 3. Something. But let's see. Offensive Player of the Year. Wait, what? Oh, Offensive Player of the Year also goes to Tua. Defensive Player of the Year goes to CJ Mosley, I guess a current Jet. Miles Jack at 5. And then I guess Hodge and McKee were up there for Offensive Rookie of the Year, but we didn't have any rookies playing really. But we have an insane amount of XP now, at least for these 2 players. Both Tua and Antonio Griffin have over 50,000 XP. Also, Matthew Hodge has 32,000 for some reason. Okay. Don't know why. He didn't play, I don't think. Can he be a 99? Hold on. Maybe not a 99, but a 90 plus at least. 92. Okay, we'll take it. I don't really remember the good way to spend XP in this game, so I just buy like the cheapest stuff that's helpful. I basically just make everyone balanced. But Antonio Griffin, 93 overall now. And Hodge, again, I don't know why he got so much XP, but we'll take it. There must be something in this game that I'm just forgetting about where players can randomly get XP. I don't know. I mean, mean, he's a 90 overall. We'll start him, honestly. He'll be our number 1, I think. And then we'll make Griffin the number 3. I should have made him a player. I didn't know he was gonna randomly win Offensive Rookie of the Year. Or, well, that's not what it was. What was it? Does it tell you? Progression history? Oh, he made a Pro Bowl. Was he our returner? Oh, he was our kick returner. Oh. Okay, I don't know why you should get development as a receiver for being a kick returner. He did have 400 yards, though. 420. That's hilarious. And 666 for receiving yard or kick return yards. That's interesting. I mean, it looks like he was fine as a returner, honestly. He did have a punt return touchdown, though. That's cool. Is it bad to say I like how development works in this game more than the current games? Maybe not the... Well, I don't know. I guess it's about the same because you do get a lot of XP for a Pro Bowl or something like that, but I don't know. I guess maybe it is better now. But either way, we're getting into what possibly could be our final game of the rebuild. We're going to be taking on the Kansas City Chiefs, and where do we stack up with them in terms of overall? We are a 94 overall to their 91, so we deserve this game. Will we win it? Probably not, but we deserve it. And let's see, we also have Coach XP. I don't know. I guess I'll go receiver, linebacker, QB training boost. Sure. But all right, let's simulate this game against the Chiefs, led by Patrick Mahomes, not the same Patrick Mahomes we know now, but can we beat him? And we do. Okay, I fully expected to lose there, I'm gonna be honest. I was fully ready to close the recording and everything, but we do win, thankfully. I just didn't think we would. Also, almost every team in our division had a winning record. Nobody was amazing, but everyone was solid. Patriots were good, but what was the score against the Chiefs? We beat them 38-10. I don't know if we should have beat them that bad, but I'm glad we won, at least. But now we're gonna be facing the Jaguars. They're a 92 overall here. I mean, 2017 was the time they were good. That was when they were Saxonville or whatever. That was the year they got absolutely screwed in the playoffs against the Patriots, I think it was, or Steelers or something. I don't know. Obviously, we're like 4 years past that at this point, but at least that's where this team started in this franchise. Damn, Cam Robinson's in 96. They still have Allen Robinson. Honestly, I don't even think about him as a Jag anymore. I just think about him as a Bear. That's interesting. I think he was here for longer and he was better here, but still. They still have Brandon Linder, Calais Campbell, AJ Boye, Yannick Ngakoue, Telvin Smith. This is an interesting team. Of course, Blake Bortles. But all right, can we move on to our first conference championship of the rebuild? The Jets' first conference championship in I don't know how long. Can we beat the Jags? We can. 38-24. We beat them by double digits. Beat them by 2 scores. Are we just super good all of a sudden? I say that, and then we're probably going to lose here. I probably just jinxed us. But to be fair, I expected to lose by now, and we haven't. Also, Tua's a top 10 QB now. I mean, he maybe should even be higher because he won MVP this year, but still, it's cool. But all right, the Chargers here, still led by, what was their head coach's name? I can't remember. Anthony Lynn, that's right. But we are the same overall. We have the same record. I mean, we deserve to be here based on overall, but like 2-9-7 teams in the conference championship is crazy. But can we move on to the Super Bowl in 2021, the year they drafted Zach Wilson, by the way? No, we lose. I shouldn't have brought up Zach Wilson, my fault.